Diesel had to work in the yard near the big station for quite some time. He had to learn how to deal with the pesky trucks, even at his own expense. The other engines had learned not to fall for his tricks and misdirections. Despite the time that had passed, Diesel still stood his argument.
We Diesels are revolutionary,
He would reaffirm to the other engines, but no one listened to him.
Why are you still saying that? You've seen that nothing has changed since you arrived here,
Remarked Duck.
Well, says the engine who keeps talking about the Great Western Way.
At least that saying is always valid.
He grumbled.
Not always.
Thomas whispered cheekily as he puffed out of the sheds.
You should feel lucky that Sir Topham Hatt let you stay at all.
Diesel just growled away and went off to bump some trucks. The next day, the Fat Controller had some news for Diesel.
Diesel, Essie is busy helping works on Thomas's branch line, so you'll have to manage the station yard for a few days.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Mind you that if you shall misbehave, I will have to send you back at once.
Diesel tried to hide his annoyance and sheepishly replied.
Of course, sir. I'll behave and perform my duties flawlessly.
Diesel then slithered in delight towards the big station. There he met Gordon, who was most surprised to see him. My goodness, what are you doing here?
The fat Sir Topham Hatt has put me in charge of the station for a few days.
Gordon almost choked from the sudden surprise. He what?
You heard me right.
Grinned Diesel.
Now don't let me waste time in talking.
And before Gordon could even reply, Diesel had already rolled away. This is madness! He won't last a day! Despite what Gordon had said, Diesel managed the yard quite well, albeit with a few minor mishaps. The other engines still weren't convinced about having Diesel run the station yard. But they couldn't complain either, because everything was going like clockwork. Most of the engines would just stare at Diesel from afar, while others tooted hello to him.
What did I tell you? I came to this yard and I've improved it.
The only thing you've improved is the chance of other engines getting pushed by the trucks you've angered.
Nonsense. If the trucks want to misbehave, they'll have to face me.
Not if you're pulling the train you've just prepared.
Did you say something?
Nope. I'm off now,
said Duck, as he then rolled away, before stopping for a moment.
And Diesel? Good job so far.
He then continued forward, and although he couldn't see it, for the first time in a long while, Diesel had a sincere smile. Later that day, Diesel was preparing a goods train when the station master came.
James has suffered a hotbox further down the line. He's stranded with a passenger train behind him. I need you to bring him back here to the station. Be quick now.
Certainly, sir,
replied Diesel, leaving his trucks and racing off to the main line. Up ahead, he would find James sulking in the middle of the track.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have overworked myself on that hill this morning.
Diesel crept up to him.
Good afternoon, James.
Diesel?
Exclaimed James.
Oh, as if the day couldn't get any worse.
I say you were lucky I was nearby. I'll take you back to the station.
Diesel swiftly coupled up to the back of the train. He was eager to show off helping James. So eager that he began pulling before everything was ready. The brakes were still on, and Diesel's wheels began to slip furiously on the rails. "Whoa, easy there, shouted his driver. With a burst of sparks and a bang, Diesel came to a halt. "You've overheated your traction motors. Now we're stuck as well,"
Oh no.
said Diesel miserably. Soon James's firemen reached out for help, and this time, Duck was sent to the rescue.
Oh dear. What happened? Diesel overdid it again.
I was eager to help James get back. I thought it would have been the cherry on top of the cake of a good job I've done back at Knapford. I guess it's not now.
Well, I think it won't be that bad. You did a great job in the end, managing the yard alone.
But Diesel didn't reply and stood silent the whole journey. When they finally got back to the station, the Fat Controller was waiting for them.
Diesel,
He began sternly. Diesel went pale.
if I can recall correctly, I told you to behave for the time you were here.
Duck stepped forward.
Sir, despite what's happened this afternoon, Diesel has done a splendid job here in the yard. Not a single train was late.
The Fat Controller listened, and he began to ponder.
Perhaps. But my decision remains unaltered. Tomorrow, Diesel, you will be going back to the big yard, but for now, you will be checked over at the shed. As for James, Duck, you will take him to the works to be mended. That is all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Replied the engines in unison. Diesel slowly rode back to the fitter shed, saddened, tired, and defeated. He soon fell asleep as the workmen began to check him all over. As to what happened next, well, I can't say any more, or I'll spoil the next story.
But here's a little cheer, a lot of people like it. Goes like this.
Rat shit, bat shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied in a knot. Hooray! Lizard shit, fight! Rat shit, bat shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied in a knot.